afternoon, and welcome to Willamette National Cemetery. We are here to honor Joseph and Linda Koval, and on behalf of the director and the cemetery staff, we extend our most sincere condolences. We will now proceed with the military honors, which will include the playing of taps and the folding and presenting of our nation's flag. service is now open for family and friends to speak.
All right, I'm Harry, Joe's younger son. That's James there sitting next to me. Yeah, I can say a few words about both my dad and my mom. Yeah, they were just the best parents I could ever ask for, really. I feel pretty lucky to have had them and that they had me, so yeah, I think about that every day. Thought a lot about this moment. A lot of times when I was younger, just like what I would say, just imagining it. I didn't know where the funeral would be or what it would look like, but this was very nice. Just for my mom, I just remember her always making me do stuff. I hated doing things. Didn't like chores, didn't like cleaning up. But I think that helped me get along better later, especially cleaning at the church every day, almost every Sunday. That was a lot of work. And vacuum all those aisles, cleaning the bathrooms. She always signed us up. I think she did the same for James, signing us up for all this volunteer stuff. Always hated doing that too. But it was kind of fun looking back on it. Specifically, she had me signed up to pass out food at some homeless shelters. Did some volunteer work at the Habitat, Restore. I know James did a bunch of that too. But yeah, that was fun. I remember just cleaning these toilets that would come in all day, literally for like 5 or 6 hours straight, just cleaning toilets. They weren't like in use; they were just set like toilets coming in on a truck. I guess they were used or something. My dad, he had so much patience for us. I remember one time I was in college, in the marching band, and I was getting ready to get on the bus. And then I forgot to get on the bus. And it was going like 3 hours north to like a town for a band festival. And he had already driven about an hour away back home. But I called him and he came all the way back and drove me all the way there. Didn't complain. Yeah, he would just do anything for us. He was really great at electronics. Remember he set up this whole sound system downstairs with like these ancient, I think they were called Grenadier 6000 or something speakers. And he hooked it all up, did all the wiring, hooked it up to like a little turntable and like a sound adjusting system. It was pretty cool. We could like blast music down there and have a good time. Yeah, it was great childhood. Yeah, I'll miss him a lot. Always be thinking about him. Always be thinking about mom. Yeah, that's about all I got.
I can't say a whole lot because I'll get emotional. Maybe write a book sometime, but yeah, everything Harry said is spot on. And yeah, I remember Mom forcing us to go to all these cultural things like theater and symphony and all this stuff. And yeah, it was a lot at the time. It was kind of headache. I think it was good in the long run. Yeah, I would forget stuff for band all the time too. I would literally leave my instrument at home or leave my band uniform at home, and he'd have to go back home and then drive it back out to the band festival just so I'd have it. Yeah, Dad and I moved to Oregon a couple years ago, and yeah, we've just been having a great time here. We went to the mountains and the coast a whole bunch, and up into Washington, and the very last thing we did was we went to an old-fashioned Volkswagen Beetle rally down in Woodburn, and he was having a great time watching that. Those old bugs drive around this track down there, and they'd break down while they were racing, have to get towed off. And we went to get Polish food right after, and he had pierogies. He would make pierogies a lot for us growing up.
What's that?
Pierogies are a Polish dumpling, potato dumpling. Yeah, he was like a hobbyist chef. He would cook every single day, like all this delicious food. Tons of different genres of food. So.
Big cheesecakes.
You had so much bakeware.
Yeah. Lots of cooking books. And from what I could tell, doing like ancestry, I think Dad was half Lithuanian and half like British Isles, probably Scottish, we don't know. And then Mom was like mostly British Isles and then a good bit of Swedish. That's all I know. Yeah, thanks for the service, it was great.
Someone want to read it if it's okay. I think I introduced myself, Richard Kaufman, and I had the honor of serving beside as a man in Vietnam. But courage wasn't measured by words, but by actions. Day after day, he answered his country's call with unwavering dedication, quiet strength, and unbreakable commitment to those who stood beside him. In the face of danger, he never asked more of anyone than he was willing to give of himself. He carried the weight of duty with humility, earned the respect of everyone around him, and proved true heroes often wear their courage without seeking recognition. The years may have passed, but the bond forged in Vietnam never fades. All of us who served with him remember not only his bravery, his loyalty, compassion, and steadfast character. He was the kind of airman you wanted to be by your side when everything was on the line. Today we honor an Air Force Vietnam veteran whose service and sacrifice helped protect our nation and whose example continues to inspire those who know his story. It has been my privilege to call him my brother in arms. It's harder than I thought it was. May we never forget his service, his sacrifice, and the enduring legacy of all who answered the call during the Vietnam War. Welcome home, my friend, and thank you for standing with us when it mattered most. You have earned our deepest respect and everlasting gratitude.
Thank you for coming and blessing and honoring Joseph and Linda with your presence today and sharing of their story. If you wish, this is now the time to make your final farewells as you return back to your vehicles. Thank you again for coming, and drive safely. Your parents' son will be here today and will be available for payment later this afternoon. His son is on the